These are the sounds of someone taking their eyes off the road. Texting while driving is more than distracting. It's dangerous. Do us all a favor. When you're on the road, stay off the phone. A message from CTIA, America's Wireless Companies, and the National Safety Council.
Welcome back to the 26th Precinct. Or maybe not. It's Barney Miller's theme. On this Tuesday morning, first cup with you, and I'm your host, Joe Haffner. And what do you say we take a look at things you need to know for this Tuesday so that you don't look so stupid around the water cooler, okay? Things you need to know. Things to impress your friends with. Little tidbits of knowledge, all right? So let's get right to it. Anybody seen Fish? I know he's in the lobby somewhere.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
And here are some things you need to know. First of all, today is World Vegetarian Day. It was started by the North American Vegetarian Society in 1977 to educate people on how vegetarianism benefits humans, animals, and the environment. I think it really got started because they were standing in line at a fast food restaurant and they ran out of hamburgers. New on DVD today. This Is the End, The Croods, The Frozen Ground, The Little Mermaid 2-disc Diamond Edition, The Wizard of Oz, the 75th Anniversary Edition, The Big Bang Theory, first season and second season, both complete seasons by the way, The Charlie Brown Thanksgiving 40th Anniversary Special, Glee, the complete fourth season, Highway to Heaven, the complete second season, How I Met Your Mother, season 8, Magnum P.I., the complete series. That ran, 9 seasons? Something like that? I think it was 9 seasons. Murder, She Wrote, the complete series. Oh my, that'll be a big collection right there. And finally, Wings, seasons 1 and 2, all out on DVD today. In news attack this morning, a man in Germany with 3 times the alcohol limit in his bloodstream apparently took a wrong turn, drove his car onto the subway track, and then kept going. Before police finally stopped him, he had made over $200 picking up passengers. 3 times the legal limit. Wow. Can we say schnockered? I thought so. Twitter introduces the Twitter Alerts. Twitter has launched Twitter Alerts, an international feature that informs users of emergencies and natural disasters in real time. The alerts would be marked with an orange bell to make them stand out from regular tweets. I want to check into that a little bit later on today. And finally, this watch counts down the time you have left. There's a new watch that'll be the talk at the tailgates and parties. Who wrote this? And maybe even motivate you to do a little bit more with your time you have left on this planet. Ticker, that's Tikker, is a watch that counts down how much time you have left before you die. Now, you just can't buy Ticker just yet, but you can support a Kickstarter campaign that hopes to raise enough money to build it. Frankly, I'd rather not. I'd rather not know how much time I have left, because otherwise you'd be just living for that moment, and supposing you outlive that moment, and you wasted all that time worrying about that moment. I'd rather not know. And one more thing, the Breaking Bad finale. Nielsen reported that 10.3 million viewers tuned in to Sunday's Breaking Bad finale, 3.7 million more than the previous week. That's Breaking Bad's highest viewership in series history, but in comparison, it fell short of the besting fellow AMC show, The Walking Dead, which saw 12.4 million viewers for its Season 3 finale back in March. And those are things you need to know on this Tuesday. Now we're going to take a look at news headlines and find out what's going on in the exciting world of news. I understand there's some commotion going on in Washington, D.C.
Hello, Americans. This is Paul Harvey. Stand by for news.
And it's time for a look at news headlines on this Tuesday morning. And a reminder, we'll have more news coming up in a few minutes from the CBS World News Desk. U.S. government shuts down at midnight this morning after Congress failed to agree on a spending bill. The U.S. government officially shut down. It has been 17 years since the last shutdown. According to NBC News, the shutdown is expected to place tens of thousands of federal workers on furlough, close national parks and monuments, and disrupt services like food assistance and IRS audits. Services like benefit payments and national security operations would go on as usual. And because of a bipartisan measure passed by both houses of Congress and signed into law by the President late yesterday, members of the military will continue to be paid. The shutdown will continue until Congress reaches an agreement and refunds government services. Dozens are injured in Chicago in a train crash. An empty Chicago commuter train slammed into another train in the suburban Harlem Avenue station 10 miles west of Chicago yesterday, injuring dozens of commuters. Video footage shows that no one was at the controls of the train when it started driving the wrong way and crashed. Investigators are now trying to determine if the train somehow started itself, or if someone started it accidentally or on purpose. The Chicago Transit Authority said they have no idea how the train could have started itself. And in one other news item this morning, according to the documents the New York Times received from Edward Snowden, a former NSA contractor, the NSA uses Facebook and other social media outlets to create maps of social connections even among U.S. citizens. The surveillance began in November of 2010. Previous to that time, when investigating a foreigner's chain of contacts, it had to stop when it reached an American. This is no longer the case. The document did not specify how the connections were analyzed. And that is a brief look at news headlines on this Tuesday morning. Taking a look at the nationwide weather forecast, and we'll start off with the Kirksville, Missouri forecast in just a moment. It's right now, as a matter of fact, a brand new feature on the program. And it'll be sunny today with fog continuing to lift. Temperatures warming up into the lower 80s with southwest winds at around 10 miles an hour. Clear skies tonight, lows around 60 with light and variable wind. And more of the same for tomorrow with a few clouds, highs once again in the low 80s. Light and variable winds shifting to the south at around 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. Cloudy skies for Wednesday night with a chance of showers and thunderstorms. At this point, a 30% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Lows in the mid-60s with light and variable winds shifting to the south after midnight. Sunny on Thursday with a 40% chance of rain and thunderstorms. Highs in the low 80s, south winds at 10 to 15. And a continued chance of rain and thunderstorms Thursday evening. Lows in the mid-60s. Looking into Friday, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the low 80s, lows in the lower 50s. Drying off for the latter part of the weekend. Partly cloudy on Saturday with a 30% chance of showers. Highs around 60, lows around 40. And for Sunday and Monday, highs in the mid-60s to near 70. Lows in the mid-40s with temperatures holding steady or slowly falling Monday afternoon. Now, turning our attention to the nationwide weather forecast, and before we do so, wish to remind you that you can get the nationwide weather forecast courtesy of the Weather Channel via my website, tinyurl.com/Gunther's House 24/7. Just look for the weather link or the weather button at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or tinyurl.com/Gunther Mobile. And now, here's a look at the nationwide weather forecast.
Winter weather warning right now. Here's a live look at the Fox 6 snow stick. This is out on the weather dick.
And take a look at the nationwide weather forecast for this Tuesday. It'll be quiet and warm throughout the majority of the United States on the first day of the first government shutdown in 17 years. In the Northeast, high pressure dominates the region, keeping it quiet and dry in most areas for the next few days. A few stray showers cannot be ruled out in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, and Maryland. Temperatures will gradually warm under the high, especially in eastern New England, where an ocean storm kept it cool yesterday. Highs will be in the 70s to lower 80s for today and the mid-70s to mid-80s for tomorrow. In the south, scattered showers and thunderstorms remain likely across the lower Mississippi Valley through the midweek period. Rainfall could total 1 to 2 inches across Louisiana, southern Mississippi, and southwest Alabama through Thursday. Isolated pop-up showers and thunderstorms are also possible across Florida. The remainder of the region should be dry. Highs will be mostly in the 80s with a few 70s near the Appalachians and lower 90s in the central and western portions of Texas. Here in the Midwest, it'll be warm across the entire region with highs in the upper 60s to lower 70s in the northern plains and upper Midwest. In the upper 70s and 80s from the central plains to the Great Lakes and Midwest. Most areas will be dry today with a chance for a few stray showers in the upper Ohio Valley and a stray shower or thunderstorm possible in southern Missouri for tonight. Out west, showers will continue across the northwest and northern Rockies through today. Snow may accumulate from another 4 to 8 inches above 5,000 feet in the Cascades and the Olympics. A stronger disturbance brings the chance of steadier rain and mountain snow to the northwest tomorrow. Dry conditions will prevail across the southwest both days. Highs in the northwest will be in the 50s and 60s. Warmer with highs mostly in the 70s and 80s across the southwest. Highs in the deserts will be in the 90s to near 100 degrees. And that, my friends, is a brief look at the nationwide weather forecast, again courtesy of the Weather Channel, and the weather link at tinyurl.com/Gunther's House or Gunther Mobile. Alrighty.
I used to get wet. I used to sweat. I used to get caught outside in the rain and snow. But now I'm warm and dry. Please don't follow me from the sky. 'Cause I get my weather from the radio.
Okay, a gospel choir singing the weather forecast. How about that? Or the praises of the weather forecast. Well, coming up in a few minutes, we'll have celebrity birthdays, today in history, along with the CBS World News Roundup, news of the weird, what's popular on Twitter, what's on TV tonight, and the song of the day, plus a whole lot more. Well, that's pretty much it right there, along with the composer's date book and the writer's almanac, with Garrison Keillor coming up right after this quick break, so stick around, my friends.
I'd like to drop out of high school and get a meaningless job that makes me feel bad about myself.
I'd like to fall victim to the old boys network.
I don't want anybody to notice me.
I just want to fly under the radar.
I want to splatter against the glass ceiling.
I don't have an opinion.
I want to be a straight C student.
I'm going to be a biomedical engineer. I want to succumb to peer pressure all of my life.
I'm going to be a best-selling author and win a National Book Award.
I'm going to be a marine biologist.
Wait, I take mine back. I'm going to be a biomedical engineer.
I think I'll be the president.
I'm going to be Secretary of State.
World-class chef, right here.
Race car driver. Artist. Paleontologist.
Film director.
Surgeon. Teacher. Scientist. Olympian.
I'm going to be the boss.
I'm so glad we left that stupid party.
No joke.
Hey, baby, are you an overdue library book? Because you got fine written all over you.
Oh, barf. What about that girl with the hoop earrings?
Ridiculous. When she was dancing...
Megan, look out! Look out!
Oh my God, Becky. Becky, are you okay? My arm. I think it's broken. Can you bend it? It's already bent. In the wrong direction. I can't believe this. I'm so sorry. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Really? Just buzzed?
Yeah, I swear.
Well, in that case, my arm is fine. Ah, that's better.
You're really okay? You're serious, Becky?
No, genius. I'm not serious.
Ow! My arm, it hurts.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
The Writer's Almanac podcast is supported by the Poetry Foundation, publisher of Poetry Magazine. You can browse back issues of the magazine and become a subscriber at poetryfoundation.org.